Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Stanford, California franchise only rebuild. I think that's a little bit shorter than what I said last time, but as you can see here in the first week, week 5, we do have the Cleveland Browns, and I think we might go into play the moments with this one, as they are 1-3 on the season. We obviously 0-4, haven't been able to find a victory yet, and we could definitely use one. So getting a victory here would be great. We have to go through a couple things, as we see over here on the activity side. And I think I found a workaround a little bit for the music that was playing during these cutscenes. I think I'm just going to mute the in-game audio whenever those pop up, so that way YouTube doesn't freak out on me and say that I'm having some sort of copyright thing. So I think that's kind of the best workaround we could do, as any of the audio sliders didn't really get rid of that. So let me just turn off that audio real quick and let's jump through these. So the first one is a QB1 check-in. And no need to say anything about that game. If it wasn't a win, I don't feel like talking about it. On to the next one. So Davis Mills hasn't had a great start to the season. Quite a few interceptions, but as you know, with the rest of the videos on this channel, we're going to have a lot of interceptions. So it's just kind of what it is. You could also read about what's happening at the bottom if you would like. That's the first check-in. Now we have another one here with game plan about an elite quarterback. We know they do have Tyreek Hill, who's recently, in real life as I record this, quite ahead of time from when you guys will be watching this. Tyreek Hill got the big trade and new contract. But as for what is happening here, you could read. I read slower than I think the time that it allows me, but we just need to get the job done. That's the summary there. So unfortunately, lacking confidence, going to be a -5 play rec for the next game for the defensive players. So that, I think, had to do with the last game that we played. And then looks like that is all of the check-in things we need to do. So I'll turn the game audio back on. So that way, whenever we go into a game, it actually has audio. I'll run through the weekly strategy stuff and a little kind of background things as well. But it looks like we do have a player of the game here, or a player of the week. Michael Thomas, our strong safety, 4 tackles, 2 interceptions in the last game. Nice to see. And in the Vikings series, I don't really show the weekly strategy stuff, so we'll show it a little bit here. But basically, I kind of just do the same thing every game, but we'll kind of go through a little bit here. So it looks like the Cleveland Browns in this universe also have Deshaun Watson. So let's see what they're good at. So they seem to be really bad at running the ball. So obviously going to focus on the passing. And in Madden 22, I really find that the short passing game is really what's killer. I mean, you could knock away the passes, maybe get some interceptions on the medium and deep ones, but the short pass game will just give them first down after first down. So that's kind of what I always focus when a team is better at passing. I just focus on the short passing. I didn't take a look over at the player health. This, again, is what I do every week. With the Vikings, it's a little bit different because some players like Dalvin Cook are injury prone, so I don't have him practice. But basically, I just run half pads and I split everybody who I can. So most of these guys don't have a huge problem that I've noticed with stamina, so I split everyone because everyone needs to get better on this team. As for the offense, we'll take a look at what would be best for us. So it looks like Cleveland's actually a pretty good rush defense and a pretty good rush offense. So, well, yeah, we're going to do what the game says. We're just going to do some blitz coverage, and then the same with the offensive player health as with the defense. Half pads and split. Davis Mills, I haven't seen stamina problems like with the Viking series. With Saunders, he has stamina issues, so he also is one that I sometimes practice, sometimes I don't. But for the most part, half pads, split all the reps because everyone needs to get better. As for the focus players on this team, right now I have Simi Fehoko, Davis Mills, and Walker Little, as they're all rookies, and I kind of need all of them to progress well for us to do well. The weekly game plan, I don't really change much. I just go straight into the training, just because most of the time it's simming, so it's not really going to matter as much. And then as for practice injuries, I really haven't had many in this series or in the Vikings series. I think I could only think of maybe one time I had a practice injury that affected a starting lineup. Sometimes if you have the backups practice more, they tend to get injured more. At least that's my experience. You can let me know what yours is in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys are experiencing, but that's kind of what I do every week for the weekly strategy. And we do have quite a few upgrades here. And the first one going to be to Davis Mills, which is nice. Going to go with the field general with him. And we see we get the +1 to throw accuracy deep and 3 to mid, which is nice because I think most of the passes that I like are mid. And with him, we see decent starting accuracies. He is a rookie in this. Throw power isn't great, so probably looked for the mids to be about the deepest that we throw consistently, and then probably we need to put in a little bit more short. And he does have a little bit of speed and acceleration to just scramble out of the pocket, get a couple yards, or get away from a rush and throw it away. And Bryce Love with an upgrade, although he's never played a real snap, I believe, in the NFL. I need to turn my phone onto vibrate here. Yeah, I don't think he's played a real one in the NFL, but he gets +2 to awareness, +2 to change of direction, and +1 to spin move. He was a fantastic running back at Stanford. Unfortunately, nagging injuries, I think, has basically kept him out. But he has good speed, some decent good change of direction, some agility. Break tackle isn't too good, and catching's not too great, but he's a backup running back for us. Casey Toohill also has an upgrade. And for him, we will go with Speed Rusher. It's the preferred archetype for our team, and it's his best attribute, so we'll go there. +2 finesse, +1 awareness. Going to show a little bit of his stats here. So not a great rusher, but I mean, he's a 65 overall, so kind of what you expect. And then another one here for Kennard. We'll do Power Rushers. That's his best. Some of these guys will do the archetype upgrade. For some of them, it's just going to be what they're best at, especially if they're a little bit on the older side. But he gets +1 to hit power, 2 to pursuit, and 3 to tackle. And he's 30 years old, which is why we just go with his best. And you can definitely see power moves is much higher than a finesse, but he also has some block shedding, which is good for run stopping as well. All right, so I think that's all the things we need to take care of. I'm going to wait for the negotiations, so we get a little bit further on into the season. But now it's time to head into this new look Cleveland Brown game and see if we can get our first win. We are in for our first play the moment section of this game. I think the Browns did have one possession already that ended up nothing really happened. So defense, good start for us. Again, I don't know this playbook all too well off the get-go. Haven't used this much, but we're going to learn here, and we are home. We have our beautiful dark blue, well, their version of a dark blue. I'm not sure the exact name of the color here, but we're going to dump this off to the bottom. Zach Ertz going to fight forward, get about a gain of 9 on that dump off. Good first play there for us. We'll follow that up, coming out in a double tight end formation here, ace formation. We're going to hand the ball off to Christian McCaffrey. He's going to get forward, get us the first down and a few more. There are a lot of good tight ends on this roster. Schultz, Ertz, our top two. We're going to run a bit of some play action here. Go underneath. Going to find Ty Montgomery. Ends up not holding on to it. He will be playing receiver for us, if you haven't noticed already, instead of running back. Moving back to the actual original position that he played at at Stanford. He was receiver there. Then he went to, say, the Packers that moved him over to a running back. We're going to try to scramble out here with Mills, get about 8 or so yards out of bounds. They're going to say 3 yards, so bring up a 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3, we'll have 3 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. We're going to hand it off to McCaffrey here. We don't get great blocking up front, but we get enough to get the first down. Let's try to run a little bit of hurry up here too. Into a play action, they come out in a double A gap. They end up not bringing any of the pressure. Chuck this towards the sideline. Ertz not able to get the ball inbounds. I'll bring up a 2nd and 10. We have Laird. Laird, I think is the pronunciation. Coming in to spell out McCaffrey. There's no one really breaking open. All two. That pass was not thrown in the manner which I thought it was going to be. That's going to be a pick 6. Brown's going to take the lead here. 7-zip. I thought Mills had put a little bit of air under it. We had a receiver about 5 yards behind number 5 here, but he ends up jumping it. He gets the pick 6. We'll continue the moments here. I'm just going to switch this down to normal so we can kind of get a sense of what's happening. And they're not going to invite me back out for the second go of offense, though. Looks like it's going to be a 3-and-out. Jake Bailey, 50-yard punt. Tyreek Hill returns it, only 5 yards. Not bad. Leonard Fournette, the running back for the Browns here. Doing pretty well. So far, they just keep handing him the rock. Has all the yards so far. Finally dump off for a pass here to Hawkinson. Brings up a third and short, and we get the pass forced out of bounds. I think he threw it away. The punt, Bryce Love returns 2 yards. Looking good. Another incomplete pass, better than an interception. Christian McCaffrey, 3 yards on 2nd down. 3rd and 7, big gain. Christian McCaffrey, using him in the passing game. That's what the Panthers use him for mainly. Fehoko also gets a completion there. Deshaun Jackson gets us down into the red zone, where they do finally invite me back out. For some reason, it has J.J. Arcega-Whiteside in the slot. I think it's because we have a backup running back in. I'm going to try to roll out here. Go for the Jackson receiver. Or try to say the underneath, but then they kind of kept flip-flopping. But we get the completion to him. He'll probably retire after the year, which means we might be needing another receiver. See how well our backups develop. Laird gives us the first down to the 3. Only a 2-yard rush. And we saw a lot of heavy sets that Stanford runs. So Christian McCaffrey probably pretty used to this. Going to try to get around him. Not able to get around the pulling guard. Maybe gets a gain of 1. Follow that up by a dive here to the left side, to the weak side. Try to follow our blockers and just nothing doing there. Probably going to go up for a pass here on the 3rd down. Come out here in spacing. We have Christian McCaffrey. I wish that was J.J. Arcega-Whiteside that was on the streak route. See if anyone can pop open here. We're going to have Montgomery. Yes, Montgomery with the first touchdown for us on the day. Going to tie this game up 7-7 if we get the extra point. And we do get the extra point. Fairburn ties the game up 7-7. We'll see if the Browns can do anything here. Touchback on the kickoff. 5 yards, Leonard Fournette. I really like running the ball a lot with him. Definitely running more than passing. He gets the first down and an extra 5 on the 3rd and 2. 4 plays, 4 rushes. Finally go for a pass here. Hawkinson gets the first down. Back to running the ball. Fournette, a heavy workload here. Devin Kennard in for the sack for us. And on 3rd down, they're going to bring us in here. I would like to run the double A gap, but in this playbook, they substitute one of the defensive tackles with a lineman, or with a, obviously, not a lineman, with a not able to get that knockaway with the linebackers, what I was trying to say. They're not able to break that pass up. That's going to be a first down. I'm assuming that was to Fournette. That's the name. Yep, and that was to him. They'll continue here. Another 7 to Hawkinson. And after one play, they're going to bring us back in. See if we can get a stop here. Under 2 minutes left in the second quarter here. Would like to preserve some time for our offense to try to do something. They're going to check down. Hawkinson gets a gain of 2. Clock's going to keep going. I'm going to call our first timeout just because I want some time left for us. Coming out in an empty set. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. We'll spread the D-line up front. Oh man, Blake Martinez here. They go across the middle just a bit slow. They get the first down. I'm not going to worry about calling any timeouts yet. I'm going to check down to a bit more of a power formation. Scrunch the line a little bit. I was going to blitz, but now they didn't have anyone covering Fournette, but we get home, I believe. No, number 3. Can't remember who wore number 3. It wasn't Bobby Okereke that wore 3. Maybe it was one of my corners? I honestly can't remember. Gonna go around the corner. Bobby Okereke. Try saying that name 3 times fast and stumble around. Bobby Okereke gets the pressure there, forces the incompletion. They're going to check underneath. We don't get the tackle with on Hawkinson, but we do get it with Reed. Down at the 2, we'll call our second timeout. Try to save a little bit of time for us. And they'll bring out the field goal unit here. Kicking from what would basically be an old-timer's extra point. Not able to get around the edge. That'll be right down the middle. Going to give the Browns a 10-7 lead with about 40 seconds left in this second quarter. Let's see if the offense can do anything. Is it going to bring us out there? We get a touchback on the kickoff and 27 to Ertz. Are we going to have any time left? Throwaway, so 17 seconds left. 13 seconds left, another throwaway, and then now it's going to bring me on. So we have Fehoko going down the sideline on one side and Deshaun Jackson on the other. And then a couple, actually I'm going to send Ertz straight down the field too. See if we could create something here. Have some speed on the outside. Honestly, I thought that was about to be a touchdown because Okuda stopped short, but that vert goes up, skies up, picks it off. I really took away what I thought was about to be a touchdown. I thought he stopped too soon, but trying to force something towards the end of the half. As you see, he stops. It looked like it was going to go to the 5, but nice vertical, jumps back, high points it. I mean, does exactly what he's supposed to do. See if they're able. Now they're just going to kneel out. We go into halftime 10-7 to start the second half. We do receive the ball. Bryce Love returns it for 20 yards, so started about at the 20. Christian McCaffrey gets 6. Incomplete pass on second down. Third and medium, and you don't throw away the ball on third down. Good punt there from Bailey, though. Flips the field position, basically. First down, we get the incompletion. Then another 23 to Hawkinson. Why is it that no team that I have could ever stop a tight end? Tyreek Hill gets 12. Fournette gets another 6. Getting close to the red zone. Force another incomplete pass here. And they'll bring me in here on third down. Going to be 3rd and 4 at the 30. I have 3 receivers to the left. Tyreek Hill is in the slot. A slide over the line here. Definitely beat me over the top. Not able to get back in time to break up that pass to Hawkinson. It'll be another first down to the 23. They'll go for another 4 yards, getting them inside the red zone, which now they bring us back in. They might as well just kept me out there for that next play. But that's fine. We'll see what we could do here. Again, another 3 receiver stack over to the left. Going for some underneath. And again, just a step behind with Martinez. It's a little bit slow. They get the completion there to Pettis. And bring up a 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, they come out in a weak formation. Be a pistol weak. I was in the backfield with Bobby Okereke, but it threw me ways away from Fournette. Luckily, we still get the stop. Say Brandon Scarlett got the tackle, 4th and inches at the 13. And they're bringing out the field goal unit. Only would go up 6. I would say go for it. Only inches around the 13. Try to get the first down, but they'll kick the field goal. Going to put them up 13-7. Touchdown for us would give us the lead. Only by a point, but still would give us the lead. We'll start from the 24, and we start with a throwaway. A lot of throwaway passes for Mills and a minus 4-yard rush for Fehoko. And then only 8 on the 3rd and 14, so we'll be putting that away and penalty on us on the return. Finally get a tackle in the backfield, though, on Fournette. Tyreek Hill gets 12, going to bring up a 3rd and inches. Threw it away on 3rd and inches. Again, I don't understand some of the play calls or way it's working here. Penalty on Little, only 4 yards to Montgomery, 2nd and 16. Big penalty there, going to give us a first down. Another throwaway. If this was a drinking game about throwaways, people would be drunk right now. Christian McCaffrey loses 3 yards, and hey, take another one. Going to have to punt the ball away again. So far, I mean, pretty close game, pretty even, 13-7. Leonard Fournette, another 7 yards. And we get an interception. Brendan Scarlett returns it back for 26 yards. Another throwaway. 9 yards. Christian McCaffrey. And they'll bring us in on 3rd and short at the 22. Go on the I form here. Do we have a fullback handoff? No? Okay, well. Well, we technically do in goal line. Let's give Bodden a little love here. Try to flip that handoff to the right-hand side. Going to follow a big man up front, get the first down, and maybe a yard more. Say 2-yard rush on that play. Going to get us to the 20. Simi Fehoko down to the 4. They'll bring us in once again, but we're going to hit the end of the quarter. So to start the 4th, I believe we should be in to try to take the lead. And that we are. So to start the 4th quarter at the 4-yard line, we're down 6 points. Could give us our first lead of the day. Christian McCaffrey down the middle, and he is in. At least tied the game. Extra point would give us the lead, our first lead of the game. Christian McCaffrey gets a touchdown. Don't believe he's had too many this season, at least in rushing. I think he's had a few receiving, but give us what we need here. Give us a lead. We need our first win. This could possibly be a game that happens. Not a knock on wood. And we get the extra point. Fairburn knocks it home. Let's see what we could do here. Throw away on 1st down. 2nd and 10, 11. That's going to be a 1st down to Tyreek Hill. Another throwaway. A lot of throwaways in this sim. -3 for Fournette. And they don't get the 1st down on 3rd. Will they punt it on 4th? They do. And our offense do something here. 10 yards, Christian McCaffrey. Good to see. Another 3. That'll give us the 1st down. Looks like the Browns have an injury. Conley. 1st down rush, 6 yards. 2nd and 4. Pass knocked away by Milano. Not wasting a whole lot of time. That's going to be 4th and short. We should go for it, but they punt it. Browns will 1st down throwaway. I mean, might as well just not even have a 1st down. Hawkinson, big 29-yard reception. We get them close to midfield. Again, throwaway 1st down. 2 yards for Fournette on the 2nd. Now they're going to bring us in for the 3rd down. This is a big play here. We're going to do a cover 3 buzz match. It's a fun name. Yeah, we'll keep it. Bring down the safety to help cover. Going to cover Fournette here. They're going to go across the middle. We get the pass break up with Richard Sherman. Going to bring up a 4th and 8. And they will punt it away, so we'll get the ball deep in our own territory. 8 yards, get us away from the goal line. 2nd down and 2. 6 yards, Christian McCaffrey. Another 3 yards. I would love to just drain the clock here, get at least in field goal range, and hit this home. Big penalty, though. Looks like we went for a deep pass. And I honestly didn't read what the penalty was. I'm going to assume pass interference. Gives us the ball all the way down at the 34. Which is a perfect opportunity for us to come in here. Let's try to just drain the clock a little bit. Good rush there by Christian McCaffrey. Good blocking up front as well. We followed DeCastro up front. Speaking of chewing the clock, let's actually turn on Chew the Clock here. We have a 1-point lead. We're going to wait for this to drain down to 1 second on the play clock. And hack the ball here. Try to get the 1st down. Good blocking. Follow the lead blocks up front. Underneath the 2-minute or inside the 2-minute warning now, or at least in field goal range for sure. Definitely in a touchdown threat range as well. I would love to find Ertz here. Going to depend on what the right corner does. Sticks underneath. Safety does a good job. Let's just try to roll out. Hold on. I was about to say not fumble. At least we fumbled out of bounds. Don't even gain a yard on that play. Come out in the pistol here. Hand the ball back over to Christian McCaffrey. I'm sure he won't fumble. Again, going to knock on wood here. Follow the lineman up front. Try to hit the 1st gap. 54 does a nice job of spying McCaffrey. However, we run through him. Get a good chunk, and they call their first timeout. We are up 1. A touchdown wouldn't necessarily seal this game, but would definitely make things a bit harder. That should not have been passed. If he stayed where he was when I first threw it, that was easy touchdown, but Rapp gets the pick. I'm going to bring up a replay here because I want to show you guys what I was looking at, or I guess it'll do here. Not going to see it all too well there. So yeah, I'm definitely going to bring up an instant replay here. All right. So I go to throw the ball right here is when I see it. So this is the receiver I'm looking to throw to. Jackson. Right now, he has all the room. I'm thinking we throw it to about right here. Obviously, the corners, safeties, linebackers are going to start to come over. But that should give us enough space to still get the completion, especially if we throw it on the backside. However, he waits a bit, throws it when he gets to the R, which means we're now throwing it a little bit closer to the G, and throws it right at basically where all of the Browns players are instead of where my guy is, who's open. This is one of the problems we saw a lot with Saunders, and the reason that we've thrown a lot of picks, although Simmons should have definitely knocked that pass away. That's that would not have been caught in real life. But that's what I was seeing. Unfortunately, the game wasn't seeing what I was seeing, and I'm going to stay in here because I don't trust the sim here. And we are close to the end zone here. So let's check this to a blitz. I would love to try to get a safety here. Across the edge. They get a good job, good play design there. Richard Sherman gets the tackle on Tyreek Hill after a gain of a first down. Pop back here into some zone coverage. Try to get some pressure across the middle. Phillips breaks sheds the block. That's the term. Not able to get there in time, though. Reed gets the tackle. Lua gets off the block, and we get the pick. Blake Martinez. Come on, buddy. Don't get caught by the lineman. Pick 6, Blake Martinez. Whew. So not exactly the way we thought we were going to score. However, penalty on the play. Oh, that's killer. Alua called for roughing the passer. Pick 6 taken back. Man. Madden just toying with us now. Now they're getting close to field goal range where they could go and steal this game late. I'm going to go into man coverage here. Bobby Okereke try to ensure we have at least a guy on everyone, and not able to get the pass break up there. Adebo just a step behind. And there, I don't like that play call. I don't know if I was able to switch in time, though. They're going to go for a Hail Mary. They have a guy all the way down to the 3. How is he left that open? Oh, safety fell apart there. 28 seconds left. We need a turnover if there's going to be any chance at us winning this game. As we almost get the sack, they toss it out the back. So we're still alive. Still alive. Not alive by a lot, but we're alive. Just crunch the line. Reed in the backfield. No, perfect blocking. Fullback basically glues me to him. More like magnetized me to him. But Fournette in. Going to give the Browns a lead late. 22 seconds left. Mills pissed. He should be. He threw the interception. They're going to go for 2 here. Right now they're only up 5, so make it at least a touchdown game. If we happen to get a touchdown, it would be a tie game, but doesn't happen there. Touchdown wins it. We only have 22 seconds. We do have 3 timeouts, though, so something to look forward to. I think that was Everson Griffin that forced that incompletion, too. Trying to find some play calls here that will utilize some of the speed that we have. Going to send Ertz again on another streak. I ran this play earlier. And we do have Jackson on the sideline. Can he stay in? He does. Tiptoes, no, out of bounds, but still down to the 44. I'm going to call our first timeout because he wasn't forced out of bounds, and I don't want them to start running that clock again. We'll flip the side of the field. Montgomery, does he have? He really doesn't. Send Hoko deep. Montgomery on a slant there. Send Jackson on another slant as well. Trying to come up with our own play calls late here. Hoko, not enough arm strength. If he had 90 throw power, that could have been in the end zone and could have been a touchdown for us. Unfortunately, only 87 throw power, so not able to get it there. Is there any way I could get McCaffrey? I wanted him on the other side. Can I not run a slant? Yeah, run a slant. There we go. And then another slant there with Montgomery. Ertz will send deep because why not? Just kind of chucking it up at this point. 6 seconds left. Maybe time for 2 plays, but I doubt it. Go back to that original play here. See if we could get Jackson open down the sidelines. Maybe Fehoko as well. Send Ertz straight down to try to keep the safety over the middle. And we do have Fehoko. We do have him. He gets the catch, not into the end zone. Again, that throw power comes back to bite us. I don't know why you're celebrating, bud. We just lost. It was a close game. Threw it away late with that interception. Again, I thought it was open. Madden thought otherwise. A close heartbreaker here for our Stanford, California boys. Well, did we at least have good stats? I mean, besides takeaways, pretty good, pretty balanced. Both averaged about the same amount of yards per play. We had a few more yards than they did, but that interception late in the fourth, that cost us here. Mills tried to get it back late, but just didn't quite have enough throw power to get the ball deep downfield. Well, we don't get the win, but we got to upgrade at least for Simi Fehoko here. And in which way do we want to upgrade him? I'm thinking we either go with slot or route runner and try to get those route running upgrades going. I think that's probably the best thing to do. It's his worst rating, unfortunately. And we get the upgrade, but then a -1 morale. We'll keep him still at 66, but we get the +1 to catch in traffic, catching and deep route running, and then +2 to medium route running, which, as we could tell, is about the deepest that we're really going to be throwing with Mills, at least. With that maybe 25 yards downfield past that, really comes back to bite us. We could also say that the accuracy on the streak route to Jackson was too close to the sideline. If that was kept in bounds, he probably was in the end zone. But unfortunately here we don't get our first victory, dropping another one, 0-5 to start the year. Maybe we could rebound in the Baltimore week. And we got a couple more things to go over here. So once again, let me mute the game audio. Let's head into this GM meeting here. See what he's got to say. I want to take a deeper look at safety Brandon Wise, standing out from other prospects in terms of his football IQ. Well, if he's from California, I'll take a look at him. Otherwise, not much I could do here for you, bud. Consider scouting Brandon Wise. Again, if he's from California, we would have already done it. So let's see if Brandon Wise happens to be from California. And Brandon Wise is not even close to have been playing in California. He's playing at Iowa. However, once let's take a look at him. I mean, I'll take a look at him. We only know 20%. B play rec, so he wasn't wrong. He's smart. But not from California, so won't be taking a look at Brandon Wise. And prior to this game, they're saying that it's going to be raining. It's going to be a sloppy one. We've seen Mills has struggled with passing. Let's run the ball. We got Christian McCaffrey. Even handing it off to some of our receivers could be good too. So that's what I would like to focus on, is running the ball to the outside. Use Christian McCaffrey's speed, athleticism. See if that could get us something. We need 150-plus rushing yards. We'll see if we can do it. We also have a message here about a breakout player, Paulson Adebo. He felt like he did pretty well. If you could get an upgrade, my man, get an upgrade. We have to hold the Ravens to 200 passing yards or less, or Adebo can get either a pick, forced fumble, tackle for loss, or a sack. Would definitely help out the defense to get better if we could get some of these boosts to the dev traits. And that is about all to do with the pregame things. I'll run through the weekly strategy, and we'll jump in. Actually, do we want to jump in or just quick sim this one? I think we'll quick sim this one. They're 4-1. We haven't won a game. Their offense is an 87 overall. I don't think we need to watch us get destroyed, so we'll probably just sim on over to the next week. And as we come into the bye week, we see up at the top they're 21-13. We dropped another one to the Ravens, but hey, we kept it close. We'll take a look at that game as well, but let's view some of these bits of information here. Put in a lot of work this year. He's starting to see pay off. So it looks like Adebo got the boost. He's up to a star, which gives us, I believe it's now 3 on defense, and I think we only have 1 on offense. He also gets 20,000 experience points as well. So big boost for him, which is nice to see. And we'll find out if we did what we wanted to do with the rain game. Coach, is that a loss where you gather the team, chalk it up to conditions, and immediately move on? No. Doesn't give me the option here, but says I don't think so. Both teams had to deal with the conditions, and we're not one to make excuses. They were a better team than us, and we have to learn and get better from it. That's exactly the answer I would have given. Now -3 run block power and run block finesse for the next game. Looks like we might need to pass next game. And with it being bye week, Ryan Khalil comes in, asks about what we're going to do. We need extra preparation. The team needs to get better. We can't really focus on having an off day when we haven't won a game. So morale's going to go down another point, but it's already pretty bad, so can't get a whole lot worse. Let's take a look at that game here. We could see it was really mostly the first half. Nothing really happened in the fourth quarter. Team's fairly balanced in terms of yardage. The only difference of 13 yards. You can see down here that they had 412. We had 399 for offensive yards. We had 311. Only 86 rushing yards. So definitely not what we needed rushing. We needed, 150? We have a little more than half of that. 225 passing yards, though. It's more than they had. They had 192, so we kept them under that 200, which might be why Debo got that boost. They also had 163 rushing yards. So a much more well-balanced team than we were. First downs were about the same. Turnovers, we had a turnover. I'm assuming it's probably another interception. Let's take a look. And it is no touchdown passes for Mills. He does have the interception. He was sacked 3 times. We did get 1 sack, but Lamar Jackson, still at Baltimore, gets 3 touchdowns. No interceptions, only sacked once. Rushing yards, 73 on 17. 4.3 yards a carry is not bad for McCaffrey. Pollard had about 3.5 per carry, 63 yards on 18 carries. Lamar Jackson, which was the game plan I had set up to limit his scrambling, he had 53 yards on 8 rushing attempts for 6.5 or 6.6 per run. So not good there. Laird, however, for us does get a rushing touchdown on 3 carries, 13 yards. No touchdowns there for McCaffrey. Deshaun Jackson, a little under 100. 58 for Montgomery. Their best receivers, all pretty close. Jacoby Myers, 57. Brandon Cooks, 50. And then Eric Ebron, 48. Simi Fehoko also had another 43. Anyone have any touchdowns? No. So, not a whole lot happening there. In terms of sacks, Walker Little gave up all 3, and Jawan Taylor for them gave up 1. Who ended up getting those sacks? So Adafe Owen gets 2, and Christian Wilkins gets 1, and then Solomon Thomas got 1 for us. So at least something good to look at there. In terms of tackles for loss, we'll just look at our team. Harrison Phillips has 1 as well as Blake Martinez, and there were no interceptions, so yeah, definitely just got that upgrade for a Debo because they were, 3 yards under 200? I guess we'll take it. And then one thing that might help us out a bit here is spending some of our staff points to try to help some of our players just play a bit better. So normally I go with the coordinators before I really do anything. And unfortunately, they already have a boost over here for impact blocking for tight ends. I would have really rather have the finesse blocking for linemen, but I guess we are a power one, so kind of works well there. The main one you really want is the strength for the offensive line. We also need help with our quarterback as well. Do we have anything for throw accuracy? Because that would help. And it doesn't look like the quarterback really gets any sort of boost anywhere, which is a little unfortunate. So we'll focus here. Actually, I believe for the head coach, we can spend some money or points and gets the percentage less. So we'll start doing that just so we don't have to spend as much money to get these upgrades. And then might as well just go ahead and upgrade these all the way, as we'll have a little bit of points left for that, just so we don't have to spend more down the line. Kind of just a way to look at it. We have 11 points left. Do we go defense or do we go offense? The defense doesn't have anything. Ability to change, boost tackling could maybe help. What do we go for here? We'll go with a better blocking for our offense for now. That is the points we have so far. We'll spend more when we have more, but definitely I always go through the coordinators really before I do anything for the head coach. And our next game up is against the New England Patriots, who are 5-2 on the season. Again, we still haven't found our victory. They're not super highly rated or anything. 84 offense, 81 defense, 82 overall. Curious, though, to see what the Eagles are doing. Because I would like to get in and watch a little bit of a game here. So let's see if we can find the Eagles, see how they're doing, and we'll play whatever team's doing the worst. Eagles are only 3-4, so slightly worse than the Patriots. So I think we'll sim the Patriots game, and we'll watch maybe a little bit of the second half of the Eagles game. In terms of things to do this week, though, scouting national focus. We need to set what that is. I want to say it was corners that we were taking a look at, and that's what our coach says. So yeah, that would be corners. Get that selected there. And cool, now that's selected. That's all we really need to do there. Jump out of the scouting. We'll go a little bit over the scouting probably, and then maybe the next episode. Just take a look at the few guys that were actually eligible to draft. Players ready to negotiate. Yeah, so just behind the scene things. Take care of that. Sim on over, and we'll take a look. Maybe see if we're able to get our first victory. Would be nice. And still haven't found our first victory. We now drop 0-7. Patriots beat us 38-16. So we'll take a look, see kind of what happened there. And it just looks like our defense didn't really show up much. The Patriots scored 17 in the first half, which already would have won them the game, but then they scored another 21 in the second. We scored 16 in the second, so I'm wondering if we had a safety. But in terms of yards gained, I mean, they did a lot better. 412 for offensive yards for them, only 218 for us, 72 rushing, 209 passing, and they had a lot more. just around, just everything, they had a lot more. We still had a turnover, and penalty yards, we had 52 penalty yards. Time of possession, they had close to double. In terms of player stats, Sam Darnold, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions for them. Davis Mills, no touchdowns, another interception for him. Rushing, Nick Chubb ran all over us. And I told him that was the focus, to stop Nick Chubb. It doesn't look like they really did it. 117 rushing yards on 26 carries, 4.5 yards a carry for him. Christian McCaffrey had 4.6 yards a carry, but only 10 attempts for 46 yards. He did have a touchdown. Darrell Williams also had 2 rushing touchdowns for them. And Sam Darnold also had another rushing touchdown. Patrick Laird, another touchdown in this game, though. So we ran the ball okay. Didn't really pass it very well. Cole Kmet, tight ends have always destroyed me for some reason. He has 103 and a touchdown. Montgomery goes over 100. Curtis Samuel has 82 for them. Cooper Kupp, a touchdown and 49 yards. Very Adam Thielen-esque type of game there. Jackson only 37. 30 for Ertz. 20 for Fehoko. Just a couple other down the line there. Sacks allowed. Walker Little allowed 1. And then 1 for Lael Collins and David Andrews for the Patriots. So let's see which one of our guys was able to get a sack here. Looks like it might have been 3 of them. So Solomon Thomas gets 1, and then Harrison Phillips and Lewis Marshall both get half of a sack. In terms of interceptions, there weren't any. Tackles for a loss, looks like there were quite a bit. Everson Griffin had 3, and then quite a few guys all come in with 1. Were we able to force any fumbles? That'd be nice. Forced fumbles. Nothing. Kicking-wise, didn't have any field goal attempts, and we hit all of our extra points. So I guess that's good. Was there a safety? I don't know how we got the 2 point. There is. We did get a safety, and that was by Everson Griffin. So one of the older guys on defense playing well here for us. However, not playing well enough to give us, any sort of victory so far. We will watch a bit of this Eagles game, some bits of the second half. Hopefully it'll be a close game by that point. Run through some of these pre-game things. And yeah, the Eagles 3-5 only have a 79 offense, closest overall to ours, so hopefully we could get something going here. And we're starting the game here a little bit later in the game, starting the second half, and see the first half was not nice to us, 24-6, and Eagles will be starting off with the ball. And in honor of the Eagles bringing back, their Kelly green uniforms, try to find the closest thing available here in Madden. I think these are pretty close, but the green just doesn't look as bright. But we'll take a look, see what our defense can do. Surprise, and a throwaway to start the drive here. No notable inactives, so not sure why the screen's popping up, but if you're curious, see what our defense can do here. Come out in the base 3-4. Looks like we bring a little bit of a blitz. Harrison Phillips gets in the backfield, but not able to get anything there. Debo and another guy able to get the tackle. That's after the first down. Debo has had quite a few upgrades after the boost to his dev up to star. So looking good for his progression, but really could use a lot more just across the team here. But we'll see what this defense can do here. We're going to watch this drive and also probably watch an offensive drive and then kind of see what we do for the rest of this game. Eagles coming out in a strong formation, going to run towards the bottom of the screen here, and they get around the corner, get about a gain of 7 before Reed finally gets the tackle. Now they're going to change it up, the exact opposite here. Going to have 3 receivers to the top of your screen. We're coming out in some form of a nickel, and we get the pick. Can't see who that is, but he's going to the 30, to the 20. A couple guys catching up to him, but no one's going to get him. That's going to be a touchdown. Number 20. There's quite a few Stanford guys who have worn 20s. That Bobby Okereke, and it is the linebacker, one of the captains, or should be a captain of a team. I needed to actually go through and see who is the captains of the team, but he definitely should be. He gets the pick. Looks like they were going for a curl route. Couldn't see who that was being thrown to, but that is a play we needed for sure. And we do get the extra point, so bring the game a little bit closer, which is nice. We'll see what we can do here. We're not going to watch the defensive drive again. Cam Akers gets a gain of 7. 9-yard pass, first down. 12-yard pass to C.D. Lamb. Penalty on Dalton Risner. They're going to back them up 5. Another penalty, this time on Mason Cole. 1st and 20, incomplete pass thrown away. Surprise, surprise. Blake Martinez in with a sack. Big plays from our middle linebackers. 3rd and 29. They get 14 to Evan Ingram. Not enough for a first down. We'll punt it to Jack Fox. Cameron Dantzler with the Eagles gets the touchback. So we'll jump in here, see what our offense can do. We'll start at the 9-yard line. Obviously, offense hasn't started off great. Only 6 points, so all field goals so far. Run to the outside here, Christian McCaffrey, and good job by the linebacker to flow over. And we're actually going to lose one of our linemen. Questenberry takes a knee after the play. Hopefully nothing too bad because we don't really have a lot of good depth. He's very frustrated over on the sideline. Everson Griffin being a nice guy, trying to console the guy a little bit. I wish it told us in this menu like who comes in to spell him out because I can't say for sure. Mills trying to throw it deep here. That's going to be a, big pass interference there. We're going deep down the sideline to Simi Fehoko. And corner just decides to hold on to him. He'll give us a first down. That was Cameron Dantzler, too, who recently in the last offseason of the Vikings franchise decided he was not coming back to the team, even though we gave him a pretty good offer. Christian McCaffrey, though, first down carry, 11 rushes, 13 yards. That is really bad considering that the defense for the Eagles here are not very good at stopping the run, which is why I selected outside running for our offense to really focus on. The weekly strategy was to run outside. Doesn't look like that's helping us too much, although Ertz, 3 receptions, 47 yards. Tight end running well for us, or not really running well for us, but doing well for us. Gives us a first down to the 41. Coming out with an empty set. 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. And we're lucky to get that pass away. The edge tackles do not hold up well enough there. I didn't see an interception listed in the quick stat that popped up for Mills, so a better day so far. I'm going to go ahead and knock on wood, though, because there's still about a quarter and a half to go. Changed up here. Come out in a two tight end formation. Two to the top, two tight ends to the top, two receivers at the bottom. I'm going to hand it off to McCaffrey, and we do not get a good block there from 52. Can't see exactly who that is, but really bad. That was a pulling guard, I believe. Not able to even get a hand on anybody. We'll go for a pass here on 3rd and 10. Finding nothing, throws it away. I said finding nothing. It was caught. It was just a loss of 3 yards on the reception. Christian McCaffrey tried, but shouldn't have. And we'll probably end up punting this away, but good awareness, I guess, for McCaffrey. He even gets a toe tap for a -3. Madden going all out. And we're attempting a field goal from the 49, the opposite 49. So that would be a 61-yard field goal and comes up well short. Why? Why, Madden? Why? Eagles will get good starting position. They say 48. I think they scooted it back a little bit. See if our defense can do anything. Completion, dump off. Close to the first down. Going to depend on the spot. They say 2nd and 1. Well, maybe our defense could get another pick 6, as that seems right now the only thing that's going to give us some momentum. So our offense is struggling a bit here. They're going to try to scramble with Lance, and we get the tackle. It's going to be Brandon Scarlett. Maybe gets tackle after a gain of maybe 1 or 2. Couldn't quite tell there. Mills trying to fire up the offense. They need all the help they can get. They're playing pretty sluggishly here. Defense trying to hold on. They have given up 24 points, but they're trying. And on 3rd and 3, they're going to come out in an ace formation. 1 receiver to each side, double tight ends. They're going to pass the ball here. Slant play easily wide open. Looks like we're probably playing some sort of cover 3 there. It was definitely not man coverage. That was easily completed. And with a fresh set of downs to the 29, you have 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen, 1 to the top, as well as a tight end step back. They're going to bring a guy in motion, fake it to both of them, try to scramble out here, make something. He's actually going to gain about 7, maybe 8 yards down to the 21. Going to bring up a 2nd and 2. On a little bit of hurry up here. Got 2 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Hand the ball off, and a big stop there. 96. That is Alua coming in to get the stop. Going to bring up another 3rd and 3. And on 3rd down, we got 2 receivers to the top. Looks like a tight end. There's probably another receiver down at the bottom that's just out of view. They go for a read option there. Really slow play there from Lance. He had all the space, but doesn't run anywhere, and we get the tackle. We're going to bring up a 4th and 3 to start the 4th quarter. And the field goal unit is out. They'll be kicking from about the 28, so we're looking at a 38-yard field goal attempt here. No rush up front. That ball is up, and it's good. Going to extend their lead 27-13. Looking very slim of anything happening here for the Chargers. And we will watch one more possession of this offense. If they're not able to put some points on the board, I doubt we're going to be able to do anything to try to bring this game back in the 4th. So if they don't get it, we'll just go ahead and sim out the rest of the game. But a completion across the middle to Fei Hoko. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10. We're running a fast-paced offense here. Got 4 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Mills going quick here. We get the first down. I believe that's Ertz with the completion there. Going to bring us down to the 40. Give us a first down. Coach on the sideline going over some plays. Everson Griffin going in there, disrupting them. Going to come out in a bunch formation here. Still passing. Another completion to Ertz. Really like tight ends here, but if we're being true to a Stanford style of game, then that's definitely accurate. We got 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Quick pass, and that was an awful read from Mills. And this game is probably about a wrap, so we'll do some quick simming through, see if we're able to bring anything back. But I think this game belongs to the Eagles. So we'll run through quick here, and the Eagles put some more points on the board, so we'll probably just jump ahead to the end of this game here. If I could get it to go a little bit quicker. We're down 34-14. Looks like the offense finally gets some points on the board, but we're going to lose here by 14, 34-20. Not a whole lot going in our favor in this season. This is definitely going to be a struggle of a series. It's going to depend on us being able to develop some younger talent to get better, draft in the best guys that we have the option to, and just see what we could do. We're close in terms of passing yards. Only 4 yards separate us there, but they ran a lot more consistently than we were able to. And that gives the Eagles a victory, and we're going to drop to 0-8. And while we didn't get the victory, we at least get an upgrade point here to one of our young guys. Now, how do we want to progress this? I think he's a tackle. He's giving up a lot of sacks. We need to go into pass protector with Walker Little. We need as much pass protection as we can get. He gets a +2 there to finesse. So we now sit at about the midpoint here. We'll go ahead and sim on over to the next week, which will be against the Vikings. Of course, not my Vikings, but the Vikings. But yeah, we now sit at about the midpoint here. We're 0-8 on the season. We've had our best players out there to this point, and they haven't got it done for us. This next game will be against the Vikings. They're 4-4. Could maybe be a possibility of being our first win. I know Madden doesn't like the Vikings. They typically make them lose as many games as possible. So I think what we do is we get to week 12 with the current starters that we have out there. And if we don't win the next 3 games, I think for the remainder of the season, we get in all of the young guys, get them as much experience as possible so that they can develop, as there are quite a few older guys. Now, in terms of how this team can get better, obviously, there's the draft, which we could only draft guys who played at a school in California. So a limited amount of guys that we could draft. In free agency, or we could even trade, we could pick up other guys who've played in California. So when we started and went through the draft, if you guys didn't check out the first video of this series, we had to draft all available Stanford players first, at least the ones that it presented to us. Some positions, if they're lower overall, they don't pop up until later in the draft. So we drafted all possible Stanford players first, which means there's some really good players who played at California schools who just weren't available for us to pick yet. So like Eric Kendricks, for example, in terms of Vikings here, he played at UCLA. He's an 80-something overall middle linebacker. Not that I think we need some middle linebacker help, but he's an example of someone who we could have on this team that we just weren't able to draft at the original draft because we had to draft all Stanford players first to make this a little bit of a harder rebuild. So those are the kind of ways that we could get better. We could bring in other guys who we didn't have access to originally, as well as draft new guys. But again, they all have to be from California. This is a challenge. You need to see if it's possible to win a Super Bowl with a team that is built from players who strictly played college in a certain state. For some states, if we do some more of these, we might combine some. So like Oregon and Washington could be a combination. Arizona and New Mexico, you can combine those as well. Might even throw Utah in there or something like that. But those are the kind of things that we could do in the future. If you guys are enjoying this style of content, the style of series, definitely let me know. Hit that like button down below. Leave me a comment. If you've tried this yourself, let me know how it worked out for you. But I'm hoping you guys are enjoying these. I'm enjoying making these. It's a fun time to just see some players that I remember watching when I was growing up watching Stanford play. So fun for me. Hope it's fun for you. We'll continue this next episode where we'll be playing against the Vikings, the Steelers, the Broncos, and the Bengals. We'll get all the way to week 14. And then in that episode, we'll finish out the rest of the regular season and then jump into our first off season. And also, if you like watching more of the Madden content where a person is playing, if you haven't seen on my channel already, I do have a Vikings franchise that we are currently in the 3rd season of. I won't spoil too much of what's happened over there if you want to watch all of it, but it is a fun season or fun series fun season as well. But yeah, so if you guys are interested in that, check that out as well. But until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.